So let's dive into the actual information, and we will start right now with tactic number 1, which is finding your community. If you are a business owner, if you want to start a project in entrepreneurship, you have to know that one of the key to your success is knowing your target audience. It's very important to know where your audience hangs out, which are their habits. Even having a buyer persona for your for your products or services, it's actually crucial in order to succeed in business. And regarding Instagram has over 400 million users at this moment, so chances are that people from your niche are already there, and in a big number we are talking about a couple of hundreds of thousands of people, or even a couple of millions if your niche it's broader. So don't worry, you will find your community on Instagram. It's almost impossible for any niche not to be there in a form or the other on Instagram. Okay, what is the first thing that you want to do is to identify, to go to your Instagram account, and I will show you in a couple of moments how to do that. I like to do this research part from my computer, so you don't have to waste any time on your smartphone doing that. It's much more easier for you to do it on your desktop. You go to instagram.com, you log into your account, and you start to search for top influencers within the community that you are a part of, okay, that your brand is a part of. You analyze those top influencers, you analyze what hashtags are used by the community, you see which is the style of photos and the subject matters, and which are popular inside the community. Okay, you have to see what is popular inside the community. And the most important part is to see what top influencers are using as engagement tactics, because that will differ from niche to niche. So in some niches, question posts will work very well. In other niches, contests will work very well. For example, in a niche for a big brand, probably a contest will work very well and will be very impactful. For a smaller competitor, that won't be the same case. Okay. For other niches, special offers will work very well. Maybe if you are a brand like McDonald's, I'm just giving you an example, you have all the time different types of offers in different countries, different cities. Why shouldn't you use those special offers to engage your following and audience on Instagram as well? So you see where I'm going with this. Now that I've told you all of these things regarding finding your community and how to do that, let me show you exactly how you can do that by going on Instagram. So I will go to my browser right now. Okay, and let's see, I will open a new page for you with Instagram. So we are on instagram.com, we are already logged into my account. So for example, let's say you are into the raw vegan niche, you are selling different types of ingredients for preparing raw vegan foods. The first thing that you want to search for, it's obviously something that is related to raw vegan, and you can go directly for raw vegan. Okay, and a hashtag that is very popular, obviously it's raw vegan, so this is the general hashtag. Maybe you won't want to use this as a hashtag in your first post because it's too general, but the idea is that you can start from here your research. Why? Because for this hashtag you can see which are the most popular posts that got the most engagement, and then you can see which are the power users. Let's take a look at this user. Okay, this girl's here. This seems like nothing. This seems like something that has nothing to do with raw vegan, so we won't take this in consideration. We will go to the second post. Okay, this one is from Fully Raw Christina. Let's check out the user. We can see that it has a lot of likes. Okay, Fully Raw Christina, she's already an authority, as we can see. On Instagram, she has almost 1 million followers, which is pretty nice. And what you can do right now is to see if she's using any type of hashtags. But if she doesn't use hashtags, there can be two reasons for that. She already had a built audience from other social media platforms, and she transferred that audience from there to Instagram. So she didn't have to use hashtags to get new users, or she's already very popular and she doesn't need to use them anymore, but she used them in the beginning. If she doesn't have hashtags, which is the case for her here, you just go to her account and have a look at the post that she takes. Why? Because that's how you can have an idea, okay, about what type of post you should create and what works for this community. Okay, so for her is a combination of images with her and different raw foods. It's pretty simple. Okay, if you have a look, that's everything that she does. Okay, not anything more. Now let's take a look at a different post. Let's take a look at this one. Okay, so this one is from Raw in College. We take a look at the user. She has over 43,000 followers, and let's take for example this post. Let's see. Okay, hashtag go vegan. Pretty nice. Let's take a different post. Okay, so this is, guys, how you actually can get some ideas about which are the influencers in your niche, okay, what type of hashtags they are using, which is the style, okay. And in this case it's pretty simple. You either use photos with yourself in combination with ingredients of raw foods when you are at the table eating raw foods, or just with the ingredients themselves. Okay, that's the style. It's pretty basic. Okay, in terms of hashtags, you have seen there are users that are using them, others that aren't, but that's how it goes. Okay, so what you can do right now is follow this, okay, these top users that you can find here from the top posts, and then you can check out to see which are the most active followers that they have. Okay, for example, you go here in the comments and you see if you can identify followers that are commenting and liking on multiple posts. Those are practically somehow brand ambassadors or people that are very enthusiastic about the user or the brand itself, and we will talk more about that in a couple of moments. Now guys, that was everything regarding how to make like a short let's say overview of your community. You just go search for different terms, keywords that are related to your niche, find these power users, okay, follow them, have a look on their accounts, see which are the followers that are the most let's say active for them, okay, follow those followers to back, and that's how you will start to grow your audience. Okay, let's go back to the second tactic. So we are now at tactic number 2, which is to use hashtags. We have talked a little bit about them previously. Now hashtags are practically keywords that are very popular on social media. Okay, let's say if you are a user and you have liked a post on Instagram with a hashtag raw vegan, because we have talked about raw vegan previously, so hashtag raw vegan, you can see another post from another user that you have nothing to do with that has a post with the hashtag raw vegan inside. Okay, so hashtag practically it's, let's say, like a communication channel between users from all around the social media platform from Instagram that have nothing to do one with each other. The hashtag is the only common thing, and that's how you can get practically exposure in front of people that you don't know, okay, that you don't have access to in a different way. Now basically this is a tactic that a lot of people know but don't use it properly, and they end up by doing more harm than good with it. Why? Because a lot of people know that hashtag can drive traffic and new followers to their accounts. They are using hashtags from different niches, from different let's say areas of expertise, okay, from different fields and so on. They stuff their posts with hashtags, and they get irrelevant for their audience. Okay, practically they are creating posts that have nothing to do with their audience. Be specific and relevant when you are using hashtags. If you use hashtags that are general but very popular, your post won't get exposure. Now let me explain this concept as simply as I possibly can. If you are using a more specific hashtag that it's not used in so many posts, okay, your post maybe during a period of a couple of hours will be the only one with that specific hashtag. If you are using a post that has a general hashtag, your post will be a post among many others that are used in the same period of time. So a user will be bombarded with different types of posts with the same hashtag. The probability for him to see your hashtag when you have your post, when you have a very popular hashtag, it's smaller than when you have a very specific one, and when you are the only one that has a post with that specific hashtag for a couple of hours. I hope that basically you got the idea. Don't have more hashtags than words. This is very important. A lot of marketers are calling this hashtag stuffing. Okay, so basically you want to tell a story with your post. Okay, you want to send a message, not to fill it in with hashtags that over everything else they are not relevant, or they have no sense for your post. Okay, so sometimes that seems like a desperate attempt to get exposure. Now let me show you a little bit how some pretty big brands are using hashtags. Okay, we are going back to Instagram, and I've opened here for you a brand that I like what type of activity they are doing on Instagram. This brand is FedEx, and if you are looking at FedEx's posts, for example, look at the hashtags they are doing today. So first of all, this is very relevant with the image that they are posting. Okay, so it has everything to do with it. So hashtag aviation, hashtag National Aviation Day. Okay, let's take a look at a different hashtag, at a different post. Sorry. Okay, again with their airplane. So Instagram aviation, plane spotting, Insta aviation. So as you can see, it has everything to do with the post. So their hashtags are relevant with what they are posting. Okay, this is very important, guys. A lot of people don't understand this. Now let's go to WeWork. This is a great company. WeWork, it's practically a company that offers offices space. Okay, and services to followers, not to followers, sorry, to entrepreneurs, to freelancers, to solopreneurs, and so on, from all around the world. So they have buildings with offices and shared spaces, and they are renting them. Basically, that's what they are doing. Now, if we take a look, for example, at this post here, let's see what type of hashtags they have. As you can see, they only have like 6 hashtags, and they are very relevant. Okay, this is probably from their offices in Chicago. It's Monday Motivation because they posted this hashtag on a Monday. The other hashtag is WeWork, so basically their brand. Okay, interior design. Why? Because this is actually interior design, so this is relevant. Chicago because they are in Chicago, so they are using hashtags in a relevant way. They want to target people from Chicago, people that are looking for WeWork, people that are getting up Monday morning, okay, to work on their goals, on their dreams. So it's very, very relevant, guys. Now, thank you very much also for being attentive at this tactic. Now let's go back to the presentation and go to tactic number 3.